Howdy, 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 folks. How is the sound? Let me know how the sound is before anything, and we'll get the game going. Howdy, weird guy 06. Howdy, computer guy. I feel very robotic doing it that way.
Howdy, weird guy 06. Howdy, computer guy.
The voice sounds a tad low. Let me double check. By low, do you mean like the tone of my voice or the volume? Because maybe I'm sounding like this on your speakers right now. Let's see. Okay, sound is as high as I can make it, if I'm honest. It was your speaker. No worries then. I could have turned it up so loud people would be like, ah! Let's play. Let's play. Play. Out your ears. I'm sorry! Right. Oh, it's after Christmas now. We're on Boxing Day. Happy Boxing Day, Edgeworth. Karma?
That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is.
Okay, that's... I'm curious what his design's going to be like.
He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career.
The game's final boss. Okay, is this the last level or not? I'm getting confused now.
He's a god of prosecution, right? A god!
Not a single case!
He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
Sounds like someone I know. Edgeworth?
You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared.
It's the last case, but you're not at the end yet. This case is long. The long cases take forever. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence.
It taught me what it really means to prosecute.
What?
Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10.
So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something like that.
And now he's trying to get you found guilty. What a creep! Oh, right. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out.
Not a chance. He hasn't lost it once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20.
He really likes his multiplications, doesn't he, Edgeworth? That's pretty ruthless.
Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors.
I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Mia? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so.
What are you whispering about?
We weren't whispering, Edgeworth. unless you need to clean out your ears. Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. I said the plus side of Edgeworth not being in the trial is there's going to be less gravelly voices for me to do. Because when there's a load of gravelly voices at once to do, it just kills my throat.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Okay, what voice shall I give Karma? He's quite built. He's a bit old, but not to the point where he seems frail. Should we give him a German accent? Oh, no, I can't do a German accent. I'm sorry, I really can't. I tried it before, and people say it's terrible. A deep voice. He looks very... So a deep voice. I can't do German. I'll do what I can.
Mr. Von Kammer, is the prosecution ready?
Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared?
Right, my apologies.
He's even got the judge scared. Sean Connery voice. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Very well. Your opening statement, please.
I don't think I can even do Sean Connery.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? Okay, my Yorkshire came out then. How am I Oh, wrong voice. How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of it. It's sounding a bit too much like Gumshoe. When I do Connery, it sounds too much like Gumshoe, so... I know Gumshoe's probably going to turn up, so I'm going to go with the voice they did before. So,
I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
There you go. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Meh.
Describe the incident, now!
Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at the map.
The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake, right? There were 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. Oh god, I'm miles away. I'm being distracted by chat. I've done it again. Pay attention. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record.
Testify to the court about the arrest now.
Wait. Mr. Von Kammer?
Yes.
Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings.
Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role.
Yes, of course. You're quite right.
No, he's not. Whew. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Right. What can I testify to that? Object to, sorry.
I see. Very well.
Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now!
Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. Remember what object is. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Oh, no! You received a call from a man. Yeah. But you said there was a woman camping there? She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Doubt.
That woman and the man who called in to report to 2 different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping.
The one who was camping? Lord of Heart.
What happened next, Detective?
We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick.
I don't want him to eject again. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
I look forward to your next year's salary review.
Oh my god, I hate him. I get why everyone hates him. Oh my god. Ugh. So much to look forward to these days.
This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue.
Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really.
Detective, the code requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, Detective. Hard, cold, objective facts.
Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trust in... Oh! You're gonna get him... You're gonna get karma going! You're showing emotions! We have a deep trusting relationship with the prosecutors. There you go.
Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock! I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue, now!
But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I should have objected to the previous one. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? Wrong voice, the murder weapon. A pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence?
Tisk.
Ah! He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth, yet it's easier to hate karma. Like, you can get some fun out of Edgeworth's being a dick, but this guy, it's like, oh! He breaks that barrier. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What?
Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, this is the weapon in question.
Accepted. Wrong voice? There's a lot of distinct voices for this trial. I can't even do the just voice anymore.
Accepted into evidence.
Pistol out to the court record. Nick! Doesn't it seem like Detective Gumshoe is being a little vague? It was Judge Gumshoe. I bet Von Karma is feeding him lines. His testimony is probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press. What do we do? Grit our teeth and press, I guess. What else can we do? Well said, Nick! You're the man! Aw. A man called from the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Right, so we've done that bit. There was one line that I missed out. But that's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. I think that's the one I didn't object to before. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. It was shot through the heart, fatally.
Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bones, so its shape is well preserved.
Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence.
Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective!
Yes, sir.
Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick! What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking! To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick? He's glaring at me.
Tusk, very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Me? But I'm so old! Okay. Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves the distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was, without a doubt, fired from this pistol. The pistol which, as many recall, was recovered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Order! Order!
This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge?
I see it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However...
You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess.
He called it recess! He called it recess!
Judge.
Yes?
What are you doing? A 10-minute recess? No!
But...
Just bang your flimsy gaveler and get on with it, man!
Yes! It's called a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway? December 26th. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
That's the only explanation I can come up with.
Huh? How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say! Oh, it's wrong voice. Saying Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh! Sorry. It's no good. Ugh. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Yep, nope. It's gonna be a dick, like, no, I don't need you here. Of course not. I need you here. I can always... I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? Kinda that there is a man on trial? okay, Nick, you don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials of defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. No, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case with more... Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. My achy breaky heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Howdy, Zelda. Get you back on the trial?
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Kaba, call your witness.
Yes. Will Miss Laura Hart take the stand?
It's gonna be hard to remember how her voice sounds. I know it's Southern.
Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university.
That I am!
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Yeah! Y'all need to learn some manners!
Understand?
Yeah, I understand! I understand.
Oh, very well. Your testimony, please.
From the south, 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 from the south. There we go. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come from the lake. When I looked down the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There was nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise.
Wait. Some more to the gun that was being used by the left hand. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
This looks like the very moment of the murder. Murder. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
Murder! 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 Wow, we have order!
Well, Judge.
The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant.
Thank you. Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read, guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court.
Contempt... What? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in the testimony? I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow! I'm impressed, Nick! I didn't notice anything! Right, let's take him on! Yeah. Got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well.
I pray for your sake, this isn't a waste of time.
Here we go. It was Christmas Eve just after midnight, I reckon. Oh. I was in my car. Hold it. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This is all sound suspicious. Press further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning.
I forgot to press... I know, I forgot to press for one of them, I know. We have to go back at one point.
Objection sustained.
Wait now. I'm the one that says that. Aren't I? I forgot. Where am I?
Well, then say it already.
Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard this bang come from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
Huh? When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Well, of course.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
You jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. Oh my... Am I peeking, by the way? Because my OBS says that I'm peeking. Sound-wise.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? If you're peeking, I'm not hearing it. Okay, cool. There wasn't an area thing on a lake but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. Further! How come you're so sure? Well, hey, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... him!
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. Sustained.
Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But Your Honor!
You keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I'll have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court.
If that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Nick! Law's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy! Be very, very careful here, Jim. Okay, I'm going to try my best. I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision.
Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Oh, dear.
Who was that?
It was me. Mayor?
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lots of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. That brushed me. Lorna, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
We will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea? Treating me like some kind of criminal. I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. God, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No. Damn it. Huh? Wait. What? I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What's the difference? All that remains for the guilty verdict is for the
English is my first language, by the way.
All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Right? Left? Right? Right? Left?
Now it looked that wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes the testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Oh, damn it, I just poured coffee all over me.
Order! 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 Order!
Okay.
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
I'm sorry, Mr. Montgomery. I cannot.
What?
Miss Lana Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to a cross-examine her again.
Wrong voice.
But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Mayor Fair. No will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick! I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Mia.
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate...
It's really hard to read his lines.
I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
Sorry, Cleaner was dead. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that. I can't squander Mia's efforts either. You find the contradiction immediately, or every action you make will lose lives. How do I find... Well, if I can, if it lets me... Hey, hang on. No. Ah, why did you do that? So, should I show... Stop it? Should I show that photo? Because clearly it's not clear. Clear as day. Clear as day. It was night, wasn't... No, it wasn't. It was day. It's not sure. So yes, present the... There we go. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim to saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? Ah!
Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please.
Is he serious? Is he serious? Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart?
What?
Could you see the
Defendant that night.
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
The police testifies to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Yeah, right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting on my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem.
You use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go for every single one. Yeah, right, it was called night of the best of making figure of grits. There we go. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types and never find a guy wearing my frop.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is.
Nobody loves me. Oh. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic...
The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
Objection sustained.
Ugh, it's not letting her answer any of my questions. Got an itchy nose, too. Still, I have my binoculars with me. Evidence of binoculars being used? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning.
But I know it is. But but know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
This is a make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. But you prepare to cut the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard the noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. I don't care about how many Von Comic objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Yeah, right, it was called Night to Wake the Bed of Mr. Grits. I think I've already done that one. Have I? Let me double check. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just how yeah, see, I did yeah, I did that bit. Got back to the car. The camera is set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Yeah, I've done that. When I heard the noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you saw him clearly? I did, yeah.
Enough! There is no room for doubt in her testimony.
She sounds pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many... back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. Because that means I'm screwing up. Third and fourth statements. Use either the lake photo or the camera. So, present. Trying to remember, do I have the camera? Oh, I do have the camera. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. Oh! You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Ah!
Mr. Wright, why are you driving down?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was you photographing?
Alright. Oh, that. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this, a newspaper article? Gory? The sighting is so good. Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove. Let's see you prove that I was down the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very intriguing. Though it could be the intriguing I took. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph the...
I've shown the article. I've shown the article, but I'm trying to think what proves. How is the camera set up? The camera was set up. The proof, Miss Hart, is in your own camera. Ah! Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. Ah! And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to take a photograph of Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had to set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I, too, thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Nah. Yeah. Not bad. Are your lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to take a photo of Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used... What you just... Okay, I'm going to try and read that properly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But as she has so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss I, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the car? Please revise your testimony.
I get a bit of a gravelly voice. Okay. Right, fine, I'll testify. Won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. I don't even know what I was doing there. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with Comba's voice. Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it would be to get a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I had the bang, I looked right straight out of the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Ah! I was looking right at the boat the whole time, crossed my heart, and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Karma.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Oh. Whether she is a research student or photographer has no bearing on the case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Oh.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Ron Commer's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
That would be a first.
Very funny, huh, you dick?
You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright? If there is no problem with this testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I don't know why I'm doing Tai Chi. It helps me relax while I'm being a judge. I will announce my verdict at the time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. And I like your Tai Chi. Here we go. Let's do this. Actually, I'm not a research student. I'm at a university.
Boom! What are you, man?
You're a photographer. Then what manner of... Oh, yeah, she says after. I'm not so sure I'm highfalutin enough to call a matter of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. Do you have evidence of that? I don't know why I said that. An investigative reporter. Yep. You get your photo and I sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO Why is she saying it like it in a Yorkshire accent? UFO. I could do it. Yeah, I could probably do it like that. There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. Or as you Yorkshire people call it, a UFO. Or UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative reporter. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be to get a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on TV! I'm not sure that appearing on local news' Rumour of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey! They also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real!
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I can do, believe we can win. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. Hold it. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from the university professor. You just said you... Analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding. Oh, dude. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose to the lake. Heck, if word got out that I was up to the lake beswarming competitors. Competitors? Yeah! Second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually,
Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
Whatever you say, Von Carmen. I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out of that lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper, a sound that I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang, she would have thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she wasted any time looking at a boat. What? What do I do now? Wait, what are you giving that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and heard another gunshot.
Okay, you want evidence. Saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot. Okay, I'm thinking of showing that. Ah, not in that statement. Oh, great. Okay, Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Fine. Oh,
It doesn't sound to say contradictory.
huh? Really?
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Fuck!
Whoops, that didn't go so well. Damn it. Flash in the man's hands and a gunshot. I better find... This is what I mean. How am I... Wrong evidence. Use the article. Okay. When the music keeps playing when presenting evidence, that's no good. Okay. So if I get back to that and show the article... That's why I was camping on the lake. That's all I was hiding. I'm just wondering when I should present it.
Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
What's with you? Cause I was looking at it. It was the other thing out there, and a normal person would have looking at it.
I agree, no any normal person. What is with my pronunciation tonight? I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take pictures of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Ah!
What up? Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through the binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing.
Ah! Yeah.
Well?
Well, now that y'all mention him, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there, you know.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you're not watching the boat then?
Sorry, Al. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know,
I'm turning to Bobcat Goldthwait.
I could be the witness to murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching the boat, and now.
This is totally uncalled for. You have disappointed my beard.
But hey, you got a photograph. You got proof.
It's not proof. It's not proof.
Still, we can't figure. We can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took the photo.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Karma.
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what?
What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality of mine, but should let us see who's who.
It's kind of not how photography works, but okay. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let us show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Ah! Yeah!
Fuck you! Stupid cockhead!
Because it does not exist.
What are you talking about? You were the one who told me to not shoot a gun at the bus, me! You old fool!
Oh.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
It doesn't work like that!
Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
We still cannot see who is firing at this. We can't.
It could be a defender, and maybe it's not. Regardless, I accept this as evidence.
Happy now, Mr. Wright.
There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement.
Grow up, James, grow up! Check the pistol.
And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested her not to show it.
I suppose this means that the cross-examination
Is over, obviously.
Now I'd like to close the cross-examination of Mr. Jambareeqi.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time.
Mr. Jambareeqi, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began.
The element you need to understand this enlargement is in the pistol's description. Okay.
Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could be possibly required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? The element you need to understand is the enlargement is in the pistol's description. So, do I show the pistol? Should I show the pistol? Should the... No, wait. What? I'm not going to press anything yet. Object to the enlargement. Are you sure? Someone seems to like disagree. It's like, no, wait. What are you saying, someone? Okay. Object. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
But what would that be?
The only reason I'm starting to sound a bit gibberish for the judge is because his voice is really doing a number on my throat. There's something weird in it. Okay.
Mr. Wright, you must show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Oh, don't. The shooter's hand. Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Alright, wrong voice.
This man's left hand does what?
Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. It was... There we go. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in his photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Karma better shut the fuck up.
Now that everyone in the courtroom is quiet down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
you have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
Precisely.
Wrong voice.
As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. But who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
See, I'm not going to go with Larry. I can't imagine Larry holding a gun properly. The victim himself. Unlikely, because there's another person there in the photo. So is it Miss Hart? Shall I go with Miss Hart? I'm going for Miss Hart. Stop me if I'm wrong. Okay, the victim himself. How could he shoot himself if there's a photo of him being shot by someone else? I'm confused. Is it Larry? Can you distinguish who the victim is on this photo? You can't. You can't. That's a good point. But it can't be Larry.
Larry was selling hot dogs, remember? So from what we know, the victim is the one holding the gun here. Shall I go with the victim himself then? Should it be the victim himself? Here we go. There was only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Are you sure, folks? Are you sure of this? I feel a bit weird.
Order! Order! So you were saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter? That's 3 feet.
There is no way it could have been a suicide.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Cutler, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course. I'd already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Concerning the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints of the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I'd like to suspend proceedings for the trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's all. The court is adjourned.
I've got to do Edgeworth and my throat is killing. Whew, that was a close one. Hey! Don't you have anything to say?
No, I have not yet been declared innocent, right?
Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too.
What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him.
I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya.
Oh? Right.
What?
Tell her something for me.
What?
Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all.
Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of the testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Okay. That's this week's round of Phoenix Wright. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you had fun. I've got to go finish my review of The Dark Knight. And yes, I am still working on it. But it's so close to being done. So close. I've just got to edit a tiny bit left and then it can go straight up. It's been a nightmare, this one. Absolute nightmare. And then I can finally get on with my Easter video. Drink some water. What? Water. I need water. What? I need water. But yeah, hope you enjoyed yourselves. And